Hey, Pete with Hendrix Classics here. Today I am going to show you how to make your own EDP with the Hendrix Classics Scent Your Own product line. And so here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a 5 or 8 milliliter atomizer, and I will get these put on the site. And so, you know, this is what it would look like with a, there we go, with a sprayer on top. You'll need that. You're going to need some Hendrix Classics fragrance oil, and I think everybody knows about that. You'll need some pipettes, and sometimes you'll want a funnel. We've got these. These will go in smaller bottles, so this funnel would go in here. And we also have these metal funnels, but they would not fit in these little bottles. You need a jeweler's scale, which you can get at Amazon for less than $10. Those are scales that go to 2 decimal points for grams and 3 decimal points for ounces. You need Perfumers alcohol, and I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and how to get it. And it's nice to have a funnel, but not required. So the first thing that we want to do, and I will make slides of these pictures, is we want to calculate the amount of oil needed. So if these are 5 excuse me, these are 5 milliliter bottles, and so if we take 5 times 0.35, because we're going to have 35% oil here, that lets us know that we need 1.75 milliliters of fragrance oil. So I am going to, notice I put the bottle on here, and grams and milliliters are the same, and so we're going to, notice when I put it on there and turn it on, it comes up showing 0, so that it will just add the fragrance oil. I'm going to add that funnel and clear it out. And with these little funnels like this, if you leave it sitting like that, the fragrance oil will, and there's no way for air to escape, that fragrance oil will quickly come up and kind of boil over. So this bottle of fragrance oil is just about empty, and we need to get to, you can see it's at 0.94, we need 1.75. $1.69. Fill that up, and I want to try, there's a certain, okay, hold on. Let me get this on and I'll show you. So you can see that there's a little bit of air at the top, and you want that air at the top. And the purpose for that is so that if we ship it to you like this, so that the air can expand and it won't leak. If you are traveling and you fly, we don't want it to leak. Though I would tell anybody to always put something like this in a Ziploc bag. And so I'm shaking it, and this one was Royal Dove Scandal. Royal Dove Scandal, and that, my friends, is a hint as to what an upcoming fragrance is going to be. So there's one. So, okay, so I've talked about that. Perfumers alcohol, so you've probably heard the name denatured alcohol before. And there's 2 kinds of denatured alcohol. There's skin safe and there's not skin safe. and the not skin safe is very much not skin safe. And so if you always buy Perfumers alcohol, you know you're getting the good one. And the best place to get it, I believe, is saveonscents.com, save on SCENTS.com. You can get a quart for $15 or $16, so it's not a lot of money. The reason that you want Perfumers alcohol is that you want alcohol that is 200 proof, and you can't buy it anywhere that I know of. Like if you get grain alcohol that's 195 proof, that's really about 192.5 proof, and you want pure alcohol for EDP. You just do that. You will get results. So here's a good example. You all may know that we just canceled the launch on one of our launches because the EDP smelled fine, but the splash did not. So our splash has 3 ingredients. It has alcohol, it has distilled water, it has the fragrance oil, and it has polysorbate 80, which helps mix the oil and water. So we got a couple of bottles of oil, and that was a $600 worth of oil, and they sent us crap and wouldn't replace it. But that's beside the point. It was the fragrance quality was severely degraded in the splash. Now, we always expect some degradation in a soap, but we do not expect that in a splash. And it just had those few ingredients. So with EDP, go ahead and fork out just a few bucks and get some of the Perfumers alcohol from saveonscents.com. Okay, so let's make another one here. Remember, if you are traveling, especially if you're traveling by air, you want to put these in sealed Ziplocs. We're going to shake it, and you want to shake it fairly often. If you think about it, so that the fragrance oil and alcohol can mix more. There's also a concept called maceration, and what maceration does, when you first make EDP, a lot of times the smell of alcohol will be very prominent. Now it dries pretty quickly and it goes away, but it's very prominent. Maceration is the process of mixing the alcohol and the fragrance oil, and you just let it sit. And if over time the alcohol note will become less and less, but even if you smell alcohol, don't worry, it burns off really quickly. Okay, so there's number 2, and this one is green Irish tweed, and that can be a hint as to what's on the way. Now, everybody and their brother has done green Irish tweed. What makes this one different is this is one of those extra premium oils that, if you ever hear me talk about the cost of fragrance oil, I talk about how expensive it is. And this is extra premium. Other folks are not using this kind of fragrance oil. So this is going to get you very close to what real green Irish tweed smells like. It's going to have more depth and more complexity in the fragrance, and it's going to last a long time. Okay, so now let's do one final one, and I want to show you if you purchase fragrance oils from us, it's going to come in this little vial. So I want to make one for you with that. And you see that this has this has the reducer in it. And if you have fingernails, you can just pop it off with a fingernail. If you don't have fingernails, the edge of a butter knife is, is really helpful for getting these off. There we go. So you have the reducer out. And what this is going to do is allow you to use a pipette. Now, if you use a pipette with one fragrance, you don't want to use that with another fragrance without cleaning it, because you'll mix the fragrances. And so the way that you would clean one is by drawing up some alcohol in it, shake it, and expel that alcohol. Draw out the alcohol again, shake it, expel that, wipe the area that was inserted into the fragrance oil on the outside with a cloth, and then you'll be good to go. And so we want to go now. Also, these pipettes have measurement on the side. Okay, this, I measured it. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's right between the 1.5 and 2 milliliters. So this should be pretty close to 1.75. We'll see how well it measured it. Well, that's 1/18, so another good reason to get a jeweler scale. Okay, 176 is close enough. And so we'll put the reducer back in. I just pressed on it with my thumb and it clicked. Alcohol is what we need here. Okay, and we're going to shake it. And that one is Taxman.